What is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. If you are new here and you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, and how to trade them utilizing technical analysis properly, guys and gals, go ahead and please consider subscribing to the YouTube page. In today's video breakdown, we are going to cover strictly some technical analysis on Casper tokens. I'm sitting here chilling, vibing to some music, listening to some Ace Hood. I find that his motivational rap is very easing on the brain when you've had a very successful day at trading and you're looking for some motivation. But anyways, I'm just sitting here looking at some Casper price action. And I was very adamant on watching these charts the past couple of hours because I was expecting a price break of the 9-cent region. I mean, it's very interesting right now. What we can see is that Casper is holding this level of resistance. And I call it resistance again because that's vocabulary that the majority of individuals that watch YouTube know. So we're just going to classify this as resistance. But I've mentioned to you guys in previous Casper videos that this is an area right now that Casper is building up sell positions and sell liquidity, meaning that people are taking these short positions based off of retail trading methodologies, that there is some type of imaginary resistance in the market right now. Okay, again, remember support resistance, respectively speaking. You know, they don't exist. What's happening in the market right now in Casper, in my personal opinion, is the precedence of a major move to take place, either to the downside or the upside, because we are building liquidity in both areas right now. Okay, and I'm going to break that down for you guys here today. I'm going to show you guys how since the past two Casper videos, we have been ranging in between this A to B move, A being at the 8-cent level and B being at the 9-cent level. Okay, right here. Again, if you want to call it that, respectively speaking, everybody has their different vocabulary, okay? But we've been in this range of consolidation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 days now, okay? So with that being said, I'm expecting a huge breakout either to the up or the downside. Obviously, of course, we're not going to know that until the time comes. But either way, we are going to be prepared to react to that. And I hope, to say the least, that these videos are going to allow you guys to do that as well. Okay. So with that being said, sit back and relax. Enjoy this technical analysis breakdown. Smash that thumbs up button if this video and others like it have helped you guys out understand price action a little bit better. And anybody that is invested in Casper, you know, obviously, of course, you guys know long term, my overall perspective is bullish. And I think that in the short term, here in maybe the next month or two, maybe even coming into the summertime after spring, we are going to see a nice bullish move on Casper. Okay, we are at a heavily discounted price, as I've disclosed to you guys in previous videos. Okay, we are only, in my personal opinion, if we do melt. Okay, I've given you guys some bearish targets to pay attention to, and I'm going to go over those for you guys here today. And that first bearish target is going to be the 5-cent region. Okay, so I'll put a psychological level marker onto that. And you can see here to the downside, what we are doing is we are creating a level of a supportive trend line. Again, the majority of retail traders trade these methods. I'd say about 90% of individuals that are, you know, learning baby pips, paying for mentorships via like, what's one, Swaggy C, Mamba FX, Daniel Savage, all these, you know, these high-end YouTubers that have hundreds and thousands of followers and views on their YouTube channel. Imagine that those are the people that are involved in these markets, because they are. Those are the every average day retail speculator, okay? And they're trading these methodologies, meaning that when they see, you know, support at a trend line, they'll measure it in the form of discounted Fibonacci regions or whatever the case may be, whatever tool they're going to use, whether it's pivot points, Fibonacci, moving averages. What else do you have? I don't even know what other kind of indicators people are using. RSI, there's all kinds of rubbish indicators that are giving people buy signals at these lows. And again, you know, if you're a long-term hodler and you're buying these dips, you know, in my personal opinion, if you're psychologically sound enough to deal with a decline in your portfolio, then buying at these levels is not a bad thing. Okay, because overall you're still at a discounted price from where I think personally Casper is going to go in the future. But you have to understand that this is not a major institutional move. Why? Because as you can see, this is a price pump and then it stops and reverses. A price pump, stops and reverses. Price pump, stops and reverses. So right now there is an equal bid for buyers and sellers in the market, meaning that there's no institutional, collectively speaking, overall order flow in this market. This right here is an institutional move from A to B, where the market trends. Okay, this is a trending market. This is sideways movement. This is consolidation. This is where, as a trader, you sit back and you wait okay, for a breakout to the downside to come and grab liquidity beneath these lows to see a potential reversal from a lower point in price action. And again, I've given you guys those bearish targets. Why is that? Why could price come down into this 5-cent region? Zooming out, going on to the higher time frame, okay, maybe the hourly isn't enough. Let's go to the 3-hour. All right, good, cool. So I've mentioned in previous Casper videos that there are buy orders that exist beneath these lows, where people's stop losses that are trading leveraged accounts somewhere in the world are trading with stop losses beneath these lows. Even bank and institutional orders exist in these order blocks here, where you can see the market bought off and surged and trended up. If we went down on the lower time frame, this is an institutional order here, okay, from A up to B. All right, same thing back to the downside, and so on and so forth. And you can imagine that there's stop losses that exist beneath these areas. So if, again, price is going to melt from where we are currently at now in price action, most logically, it is going to come to attack those stop losses or those orders that still exist in the market, okay? And that is all geared up to what we see in price action right now. Again, currently, in my opinion, to the downside. Now to the upside, okay? It is very interesting, again, to say the least, because we broke out of this, and I've gone over this whole entire area in previous Casper videos when I was mentioning to you guys when we were operating at 11 cents that our first bearish target, okay, if we break 11 cents was 9 cents, and we smashed that to the T. Okay, now we are operating underneath the 9-cent region, and we are seemingly unable to break above that 9-cent region. So if price does, again, break that 9-cent region, what are we going to be looking for? In my personal opinion, if we break that 9-cent region and hold above that, that is going to be a green light for us to come back up into this 11 to 13-cent region, where you can see that we consolidated for, I mean, let's just measure this out, how many days it was when we were stuck in this nasty range right here. Okay, when we broke out of that, that was 36 days. So about a month and a couple of days, a month and 6 days, right? So again, overall, higher time frame, Casper has been doing nothing except moving sideways. Let's go to the 8-hour, and I'll show you guys that, what I mean, okay? This was a very nice surge up into the 23-cent region, okay? But overall, Casper has been stuck in this range on the higher time frame from the 23-cent region, or the 20, let's just say 2.5-cent region, generally, down into the 3 to 4 cent region for 190 days now, okay? Now, when Casper does break out of this overall consolidation, guys, there's going to be a major move in price action to the upside to come and attack some of these sell stops that exist above these highs. Okay, when that comes, we'll be able to react to it. And obviously, of course, hopefully you've put in orders down here at these lows when that price action does take place, because overall it's going to accumulate a significant ROI. That's all I'm going to say. Again, I can't give you guys investing advice, but when this does happen, because eventually sometime in the future it will, okay, it's going to be very significant to see. But where we're operating at in Casper right now, again, just like XRP price action, okay, and if you guys are still here and you do like learning about this stuff, it's going to be very interesting to see whether price decides to grab the liquidity that's building up beneath these lows before it goes higher. And what we would see if something like that happens, granted that this is the floor that we create, we're going to see a liquidity grab and a dump into these levels where price is going to melt, and an institutional order like this one here from A to B, okay, is going to pump straight through any stop losses that exist beneath these, early buyers, okay, in the sense, right? So if we do, what we need to see once we react to this, 5-cent region is once price touches that, any lower highs that we create in this bearish leg that leads to that low, we need to see a reversal in bullish momentum pick up, create higher highs, breaking previous market structure, and create some form either in this bullish leg from A to B, higher lows, or a nice pullback that creates a higher low and leads to a bullish continuation, higher high, higher low, higher high formation, okay? Generally, that's what we're going to need to see. Okay, again, this is just breaking down price action to anybody that doesn't have, a clue what it is that they're actually looking at, and they're just, buying Coinbase tokens on their phone and hoping to God because their friend told them that, price action is going to go higher. If this stuff is gaining some type of interest in you, again, this is all just scratching the surface. This is me just like lollygagging, I guess you could call it, on price action for YouTube. If you guys really, really, truly want an in-depth breakdown where I seriously blow people's minds away and there's information that you cannot find on the YouTube, like I can guarantee it, we're attempting to do something here for traders that is very uncommon right now in the market. And it is because of marketing propagandists that have saturated the foreign exchange markets and saturated the cryptocurrency markets into believing that because they created a course on baby pips, or reading baby pips, that they're able to teach a strategy that really works in the market. Okay, if you guys are interested in that, again, high level of confidence here that you need to have to even be a student or a member of CYPRX in the community. But if you have that and you want that, that link is in the description down below. To the upside, okay, let's get into the upside of what we could potentially see on Casper. Okay, overall, I think that if we're looking at the higher time frame, and again, I've mentioned to you guys that we're operating overall in this A to B move, again, from this low here at around 4, maybe 3.5 cents to the high, where again we've created this level of 190-day consolidation. Okay, again, just market moving sideways, ranging pretty much from the top to the bottom of this range. Okay, when we do break out of this, my first bullish target is going to immediately be the 36 to 40 cent region. And why is that? Based off of logic, that when the market does break out of this range, the first level of resistance that we see, again, utilizing that term resistance, okay, because that's common amongst traders on YouTube, but we see that that level exists here in this candlestick body close and candlestick wick. So the first level that the market makers most likely are going to come and attack to grab liquidity is going to be this general high, or this order block, as order block traders like to call it. Okay, so where do targets lie in this range? Okay, that is from around the 36 if we look at the high, because again, you always want to be optimistic. If price is going to come to grab liquidity from these highs, most likely it is going to smash through. And if it is a bullish trend, it is going to need to create a what? A higher high than the previous high. Okay, that is again if this is a bullish trend. And that first immediate target is the 36 cent region. Not to be overly optimistic, if price does continue, before we see a reversal, for me, where price pulls back, if price again is trending up, we're going to need to see price pull back. It's healthy for it to do so. Create another floor or create another stable support at one of these psychological levels before creating a higher low and then shooting back again to the upside. Okay, so my immediate bullish target for Casper is going to be 36 cents. After that, 40 cents. Now, 40 cents is going to be the first target where I actually pull my profits, or some profits, partials, I guess you could call them, on my Casper overall portfolio. Okay, after that, I'm not planning on pulling profits from Casper until we surpass $1 plus. Okay, now long term, where I think we're going to go on Casper again is that immediate resistance level in the and I've seen this amongst traders here on YouTube, and that they're targeting these $4 regions. But I'm going to give you guys logic behind this, and basically it's the same principles that we use on a lower time frame. We see candlestick body closes, we see a level of resistance here in this area. Mainly, there are orders that lie in the market here in the form of sell positions that we're not able to see. We're not ever going to have the technology to see it, but the bank and institutions can see that there are orders that lie in this market that need to come and get liquidated. Okay, and so eventually, that is my logic behind why eventually we're going to come surpass into these $4 to $5 regions. Long-term holdings on Casper, personally, I don't think I'll ever make it that far, just because I have enough in my Casper portfolio to become very financially sound if price ever does reach $1 to $1.50. Again, everybody has their own personal targets. Everybody has their own different financial needs. And you should create, in my personal opinion, a sound exit plan for when you're going to take partials. If not, you're going to just watch, blue money or green money on your screen, and you're going to get greedy. And, price could surpass $1.50. But guess what? If I don't have an exit plan and I don't take, partials at 40 cents or $1, then what if price never goes to $1.50 and I get scammed out of not taking partials and price consolidates for another 3 years, right? So that's why, again, this isn't investing advice, okay? It's up to you as a trader to make this decision, but you should have an exit plan. If you've listened this far, okay, and you're not sitting here thinking that I'm just popping smoke and filling your head with a bunch of gibberish, make sure that if you don't have one, you seriously consider financially where you're going to pull your profits from if, again, you are involved in Casper, okay? I can't tell you that you should do it. I think it'll behoove you. Anyways, okay, that's me rambling on. Anyways, I hope that everybody liked this video breakdown. let's just dive in real fast before we leave this price action breakdown, talk about what happened on Casper today during New York session. It'll be a real quick breakdown. If you're going to stick around for this, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button. Like this YouTube video, it does help boost the YouTube algorithm. Again, I'm just shooting the S word. I'm shooting the crap with you guys. Sitting here breaking down price action. I was sitting here looking at price. I was hoping that price is going to break that 9-cent region, but you know what? Let's just see. Let's see what Casper does, okay? Coming into this New York session, very easy buy scalp, okay? Again, I can already see the CYPRX strategy playing out to the T. What can we see? Same thing that I teach you guys on the YouTube, and I hope that you guys can answer that. If you've watched previous videos, what can we see? In this area, we see early buyers, early sellers. This is our key sauce right here as CYPRX traders. Again, anybody that watches this YouTube and trades what I've taught on the YouTube channel before, guys, go ahead, pat yourselves on the back, classify yourselves as some CYPRX traders because we're analyzing this market properly, okay? What can we see leading up to this whole entire bullish move, okay? And then this bullish pullback, and then this bullish expansion back to the upside, okay? Why do I call this a bullish pullback? Because you as a trader have to be able to cipher that this was an A to B move. Because why? We broke previous structure, so this is a previous market structure break after a grab of liquidity, right? This is a pattern that I've taught you guys to identify on the CYPRX YouTube. If you're not up to speed, go watch some previous videos. This is a false dump, grabbed liquidity in this area beneath these early buyers pre-London session. Okay, pre-London session, we see what? Same methodologies, early buyers, pullback, grab of liquidity, break of structure. This is now the definition of an uptrend. Higher high, previous to the higher highs. Okay, you guys see how the market was trending up. Okay, the market's consistently making higher highs, higher lows. What do we see? Pullback into a higher low from what? The previous A to B move. So we see an A to B move, pullback, A to B move, pullback. Okay, don't get so enticed into the fractal nature of things. Again, I go into advanced detail in the CYPRX advanced course material on how to read structure properly. If you're not lost yet, coming into this New York session, we know and we're aware, okay, Cypress has told me that there's early buyers and early sellers that exist pre-New York session. Well, look at this. Early buyers, early sellers. We are operating inside of A to B move. So that means that during this New York session, if we do not break this low and continue to make lower lows, lower highs after it, we have to assume that because price is telling us that we are in a bullish leg, that any pullback into a discounted area, if price is going to do so, and it doesn't break this bullish leg, we are in what? A uptrend formation. Again, I went over that. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay? So based off of what the current market sentiment is telling us, early buyers, early sellers, which is a what? A trap to entice sell positions from what? Trendline traders, okay? To create liquidity above these highs, to then what? Grab early buyers. Look at this. Look at how it's all coming together, guys. I'm telling you right now, this stuff is clutch. We grab early buyers, and then boom, we break fractal, excuse me, and then boom, we break fractal market structure, creating brand new fractal highs. Then we see a bullish pullback, again, that fails to break the overall A to B move. That leads to a what? A new break in structure. So look at this. We now have the same exact pattern. What? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Fractally, what can we see? Again, same thing. Grab of liquidity. Grab of liquidity. That leads to a what? A high. That leads to a what? A high. That leads to a what? A pullback. Guys, look at this. That leads to a pullback. Bullish expansion. Do you guys see the similarities? Let me get rid of all these blue lines and break it down for you. Look at this, okay? Step by step. It's the same pattern that the market has to create in order to send price higher. Mark my words. Go back. Ezra, hold on, bro. I'm creating a YouTube video real quick. I'll call you in a minute. Bye. Sorry, that was the other mentor, Ezra. He just called me. Anyways, check this out, okay? Push into liquidity, early buyers, pre-London session. Okay? Pay attention to what I'm saying. This is sauce here, guys. London session, early buyers, all on this leg. The market comes, scoops beneath those early buyers, pushes up, breaks structure. This is a higher high, higher low, higher high formation. Look at this, guys. It's the same pattern. It's just fractal. Okay? What do we see here? Early buyers, pre-New York session. boom, I scoop and grab into that liquidity. Look at this wick. Look at this candlestick wick. If this was a proper bearish move, it would have broken structure, created a lower high underneath the psychological level 0.845 and continued down. It didn't do that. What did it do? Price told you it wanted to go higher. It grabbed liquidity just like it did here. That led to a higher high fractally. That was your first and second signal. First signal here, grab a liquidity. Actually, collectively speaking, you could, if you can identify it, classify this bearish dump that failed to break the psych level your first signal. But again, that's some gems for the CYPRX advanced students, okay? But check this out. Again, basing your trading off of logic, logically, if price was going to continue down, it would have done what? It would have needed to make a new low, failed to do that, okay? It would have needed to make a lower high, it failed to do that, and would have needed to continue down. It didn't do any of those things, guys. The market literally told you that it wanted to go higher. It grabbed liquidity, broke fractal structure, created a new high, created a higher low, and then rallied. Boom. Okay? It's the same pattern. If you're lost and you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? I go into extreme detail in the CYPRX advanced course material for anybody that is really interested in learning how to read these charts properly, a lot slower and a lot more in detail, showing you guys over 60 hours of examples in the market on how to properly trade these markets. There's live trading Zoom calls that you guys can watch. There's video Zoom recordings that we do every single week that we record for any of the students that miss out on them, all uploaded to the course material, which means that there's a constant flow of updated material. So not only do you get access to 60 to maybe 70 hours now of uploaded course material, but there's a constant rotation and fluctuation of uploaded material, okay? Again, blessings to you guys all, anybody that's stuck around this far. I hope that you guys enjoyed this in-depth Casper price action breakdown. I was sitting here bored looking at the charts, expecting to see a break above the 9-cent region, which led me to, breaking down some price action for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this breakdown, like the YouTube video. Again, it helps boost the YouTube algorithm. Really do appreciate the love and the support. You guys have my immediate bearish and bullish targets. Let's see what Casper does over the weekend. I'm definitely expecting a breakout of this consolidation range here in maybe the next at least a week. I don't see Casper consolidating in this, let's just call it the 8 to 9 cent consolidation region that I've shown you guys we've been in for the past 10 days now, okay? I see us breaking out of this very soon, either to the up or downside. Again, everybody, as always, take it easy, be cognizant, be aware of your surroundings, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.